where Assam is all set to introduce a bill in the assembly for making the chief minister's permission mandatory for the transfer of land from Hindus to Muslim. Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sarma said that in the past 3 years, his government has reclaimed land from the encroachers belonging to a particular community, which is similar to the size of Chandigarh city. He also said that earlier inter-religious transfers of land was normal affair. But the BJP government in Assam has decided to introduce a bill in the assembly soon, under which the chief minister's permission will be made mandatory to get the sale permission for the transfer of land from Hindus to Muslims. He also stated that no land belonging to indigenous community will be allowed for the sale to a particular community. Himanta Sarma also said that the government will introduce another bill that will prescribe the life imprisonment for those found guilty of love jihad. There you have a breaking development that's coming from the state of Assam, where the decisions that has been announced by the Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma is having a big crackdown on the transfer of land, which was not so prevalent earlier in the years. But the transfer of land, that the land bill on the Assam is concerned, is going to be a big breakthrough. Now joining me on the broadcast is my colleague Nibir Deka. Nibir, the bill in the assembly for the land reforms is set to be introduced after Himanta Biswa Sarma has also made significant claims. Now, how do you view this bill that's going to be introduced, and what is the present situation? Share us more details.
Yesterday, the chief minister in the BJP executive has made two very important claims as far as Assam is concerned. Firstly, he has talked about bringing a bill to criminalize love jihad, to take the issue of love jihad in a legal way, and that a bill will be brought in the next assembly. Secondly, he has talked about, which is the very crucial part, is a land bill, which will prevent inter-religious sale of land transfer in Gwalpara district, undivided Gwalpara district, wherein if an inter-religious land transfer is happening, then the CM office needs to be consulted. The CM permission will have to be taken. That is the permission from the highest authorities when it comes to a transfer of inter-religious land. And further, he has stated that this will be not just limited to that particular district. There will be also discussions in the next assembly to take this forward to those districts where the tribal population, the ST population and the backward community population is there, because he has claimed that once particular community has bought land from the marginalized sections of the society, and as such,
all right, we'll continue to get more details on this while we also have a guest joining us on the broadcast, Mr. Naburun Buraha, who has been joining us on the broadcast right now. Well, we appreciate you joining on the broadcast, sir. As far as the Chief Minister's permission to make the transfer of land and a bill on this is considered in Assam, it will definitely lead to a political slugfest. Because after the Himanta Biswa Sarma has started the governance in the state of Assam, it has, of course, seen such flashpoints becoming the row of political controversy as far as the controversial and contentious bills are concerned.
Yes, but on this regard, I have 4 major talking points to mention, right? One is that this issue will be painted as a Hindu-Muslim issue everywhere, including on social media, among youth and by opposition political parties. Whereas the root of this issue is not Hindu-Muslim, it is actually indigenous versus non-indigenous. Because as we know, since the 78 Mongoloi by-elections, we have had a huge problem of infiltration that has come out in the open among the public. Electoral rolls have been flooded with names of people whose parents were not born in Assam, for example. And this has been going on for decades, by the way. So it is clearly an issue that has been at the center of Assamese politics for the past 5 decades. And it is an issue that firstly will be painted wrong. It is an indigenous versus non-indigenous issue, not a religious issue. Also, when I talk about this, we have to mention that similar provisions exist in all northeastern states. in most northeastern states, you cannot actually transfer land between ST scheduled tribes and non-scheduled tribes. Even in Assam, there are certified patches of land which are called tribal belt lands, and those cannot be sold to non-tribals without a huge line of procedure. And in other northeastern states, we have provisions under Article 371 of the Indian Constitution, and as well as the inner line permit. Now, I wouldn't go into in detail about what the inner line permit is because it was a colonial project itself. But for the sake of this conversation, there are similar provisions that exist in every single state, right? Assam here is particularly very, very sensitive because there has been systemic encroachment since that 1970s decades, right? Right from the time of pre-independence when there was a Muslim League government here led by Sadullah, he has started a Grow More Food campaign, which essentially was Grow More Minority campaign. And we had a huge influx of people from Sylhet, from Chittagong, from these areas being settled into here. So since then, there has been a systemic encroachment problem. And the systemic encroachment problem is not just in shore areas, it is also in crucial areas like Kaziranga National Park, where forest land was encroached, in Borpeta district, in Bordua, in also undivided Gwalpara, where there are a few of the most important shrines of Neo-Vaishnavite Assamese identity, the birthplace of Himanta Shankardev and the birthplace of Madhavdev, right? These have already created religious fissures in the state. When we stop these encroachments, because the iron hand the last time the government used, there was a huge outcry, like media. When we bring out these institutional provisions from the government level and from the sale of land level itself.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.